The first thing is that the topper copy is the most effective way to learn or to enhance your mains answer writing. That is why the session is extremely important and you can't skip it. Where we don't need to just copy their style of writing, we need to copy their thinking. We need to get inspiration from the way they are writing the answer, the way they are able to understand the demand of the question, and they are able to articulate the content, whatever they have learned over the years. So the first zone is just reading zone. You pick up a topper copy, you skim through them, you say, okay, this looks nice, अच्छी handwriting है, काफी neatly लिखा हुआ है, diagram सही से यूज किया हुआ है, पर आप अभी भी इट्स मोस्टली जस्ट इंस्पिरेशन, ऐसे ही लिखना है मुझे भी एटसेट्रा. द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट दिस टॉपर इज डूइंग इज ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड द थीम्स एंड डिमांड ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. सो यू कैन से डिमांड 1, डिमांड 2, एनालाइज इज द डायरेक्टिव. तो वो समझ रहे कि यार मुझे फॉरवर्ड पॉइंट भी लिखना पड़ेगा एंड देन अगेंस्ट भी लिखना पड़ेगा. सो समथिंग व्हिच सपोर्ट्स द आर्गुमेंट एंड डजंट सपोर्ट द आर्गुमेंट, आई हैव टू राइट. दैट्स व्हाई आई से यस एंड नो, बोथ आर द डिमांड. फ्लो डायग्राम्स, हाइलाइटिंग द कीवर्ड्स, नेवर मूविंग अवे फ्रॉम व्हाट इज बीन आस्क्ड, एड्रेसिंग ऑल द डिमांड्स ऑफ द क्वेश्चन, थीम्स ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. एंड साथ में कभी भी whenever they are giving a conclusion also, it is again in line with the demand of the question.
I started my full-fledged preparation after I joined the Ultimate Assessment Program at Civils Daily.
Civils Daily.
Civils Daily.
Civils Daily.
There is a 12-month strategy which I have done on Civils Daily platform only.
I reached out to the Civils Daily team.
Civils Daily.
Current affairs में Civils Daily.
Civils Daily.
Civils Daily. With Civils Daily.
Civils Daily.
Civils Daily.
Civils Daily.
A mentorship program of Civils Daily, and that did help me a lot.
Hello everyone. If you are preparing for 2026 and 2027, and if you are a beginner, you'll be attempting it at UPSC for the first time. You probably will face two very critical problems. One, how do I start my answer writing practice? I have completed some part of syllabus, etc. Should I start right now, etc. And even if I have completed decent amount of syllabus, what are the quickest ways in which I can write a rank worthy answer or UPSC level answer, right? That is one. How do I quickly start in the right direction for the answer writing practice for my first attempt, especially if I am beginner? Second, what are the things or value that I can extract from the topper copies? This is very important because people end up preferring to a lot of topper copies. They start collecting a lot of topper copies, but they don't understand how to extract real value out of it, right? That is what this session is about. I'll quickly help you understand how to do topper copy analysis, right? And what are the few most important things that we need to learn from topper copies, keeping in perspective first attempters UPSC 26 and 27, right? The first thing is that the topper copy is the most effective way to learn or to enhance your mains answer writing. That is why the session is extremely important and you can't skip it, right? There are multiple ways in which you can write an answer for UPSC, right? There are many ways in which you can write a bad answer, but there are only few ways in which you can write a rank worthy answer, and those are the important elements of an answer, UPSC means GS answers, that we'll try to learn today, right? A good GS answer which we can learn from topper copies, it understands two things at the core of it. One, it clearly outlines and understands the demand of the question. What is UPSC trying to test here? Second, it understands the examiner's expectation from the answer. And we will take a lot of real topper copies to understand that, right? The journey of a beginner starts from, they start referring these topper copies. They understand, okay, what a topper has written. What are they trying to understand? What are they trying to write? How are they writing it? Are they using space properly or not? How is their handwriting? What kind of examples they are using, etc. So the whole journey starts from what to why. We need to hit a stage when it comes to topper copies and answer writing, where we don't need to just copy their style of writing. We need to copy their thinking. We need to get inspiration from the way they are writing the answer, the way they are able to understand the demand of the question, and the way they are able to articulate the content, whatever they have learned over the years, and fit into the right answers, right? So what kind of examples do they use? Where are they using diagrams? What are the different elements? What kind of X factor points they're using, etc., right? So I have tried to break down everything into a 2x2 matrix, right? Understand this. These are the 4 stages in which any beginner aspirant learns to analyze topper copies, etc. And we'll understand each of the stages. On the x-axis, you will see the value extracted. The value that we extract from topper copy is lowest here. This is the beginning of the preparation. और यहाँ पे सबसे highest value extraction है, ठीक है? From y-axis, you see very first order, like very passive way of looking at a topper copies, and on The second side, you have the active way, like I am actively learning from the topper copies, right? So the first zone is just reading zone. You pick up a topper copy, you skim through them, you say, okay, this looks nice, अच्छी handwriting है, काफी neatly लिखा हुआ है, diagram सही से use किया हुआ है, पर आप अभी भी it's mostly just inspiration, ऐसे ही लिखना है मुझे भी etc. But अभी भी आपने कुछ इससे pattern recognize नहीं किया है, like you are not able to understand in what exactly, how exactly are they are writing, right? So this is our first zone. I'm calling it just a reading zone, right? Second is understanding zone. Like you picked up these topper copies, like you have like 7-8 topper copies across GS paper. You're trying to understand कि इन्होंने introduction कैसे लिखा है, body कैसे लिखा है, इनका flow कैसा है, space का utilization कैसा है, किस type के examples use किए हैं, कौन कौन से X factor points use किए हैं, micro theme को conceptually आप analyze करें कि question का demand क्या था, theme क्या था, etc. आपने basically you're trying to break down the whole question into certain structure and you're trying to understand their elements of the good topper answer, right? So यहाँ पे like you're developing some kind of understanding, but अभी भी nothing has changed in your preparation. आपने कोई आंसर अभी तक लिखा नहीं. So this is understanding only zone. This was just reading. This is just understanding, right? Let's come to the third zone where lot of aspirants out of some kind of FOMO or anxiety etc. वो बिल्कुल copy करने लगते हैं topper का आंसर. Their style, the way they are approaching, the way they are writing etc. वो सब कुछ style को पूरा का पूरा 100% कॉपी करने लगते हैं उसी स्ट्रक्चर को, उसी डायग्राम को. दैट्स नॉट, you will be able to write some answers but you are lacking a lot of originality and UPSC 100% rewards originality, right? So यहाँ पे आप लिखने तो लगे हो आंसर but अभी भी कुछ originality नहीं है. So this is also not where we have to stop. ये blind copy zone है. We have to move to here. This is our goal where we are synthesizing everything. यहाँ पे आपने टॉपर की थिंकिंग कैपेसिटी, जो उनके सोचने का तरीका है, आंसर्स को एनालाइज करने का तरीका है, यू आर ट्राइंग टू लर्न फ्रॉम देयर. आप नेचुरली एक्स फैक्टर पॉइंट्स लिख सकते हो, आपकी खुद की ओरिजिनलिटी है. मे बी यू लाइक टू राइट इन पैराग्राफ, मे बी यू लाइक टू राइट इन पॉइंट्स, मे बी समटाइम्स यू डोंट हैव टाइम so that you quickly are able to draw a diagram etc. to pass along the point whatever you are trying to say. So it becomes very organic, almost a UPSC worthy, UPSC rank worthy answers that you write. So this is our real answer writing zone, right? And the whole fight as a beginner is कि यहाँ से स्टार्ट करना है तो यहाँ पहुँचना है, यहाँ पे हो अंडरस्टैंडिंग तो यहाँ पे हो तो यहाँ. At the end of the day we have to hit here, we have to reach here, okay? That is the whole point. So I hope this metric was like helpful for you. Let's go through some real topper copies to help you understand what is happening, right? This is rank 3. I'll walk you through the rank 3 copies. Let's look at the first answer itself. The question is, analyze whether anti-conversion laws passed by different states is compatible with the spirit of Article 25 and the term secular in the Indian Constitution. The first thing that this topper is doing is trying to understand the themes and demand of the question. So you can say demand 1, demand 2, analyze is the directive. तो वो समझ रहे कि यार मुझे फॉरवर्ड पॉइंट भी लिखना पड़ेगा and then against भी लिखना पड़ेगा. So something which supports the argument and doesn't support the argument, I'll have to write. That's why I say yes and no, both are the demand. What is the theme of the question? The theme of the question is anti-conversion laws, right? So let's start. How is the introduction done here? Introduction is done by giving the actual article based introduction, and then they are also mentioning the key terms in that article. So this is the way to start introduction. They are always substantiating their introduction, validating the demand of the question in the first part of the answer itself. कि जो आप पूछ रहे हो मैं वही लिख रहा हूँ. I am not digressing from the discussion here. I am not trying to write something else. Random page fill नहीं करना है. I am aware of what you are asking, what you want to test, and I'll start in line, in coherence with that. ठीक है. उसके बाद देखोगे, so पहला पॉइंट लिखा है yes compatible, and then they have written these points. Few things that you should notice is very important keywords have underlines so that the attention is directed there. ठीक है. They have highlighted the major aims and compatibility points. Second बार देखोगे तो you can see against. So यहाँ पे ये लिखा हुआ है, and then last में way forward है. One of the very important thing for the Archit's answer, rank 3 answer, you should see कि उनके way forward में भी implicit demand of the question है. You can see. Right, so he's writing relevant key terms from the preamble, which also suffice the helps with the implicit demand of the question. So what I'm trying to tell you is the whole of the answer is aligned with what is being asked. ये चीजें सीखने की है. These are the things. This is how they are thinking. Don't understand what they are writing exactly, copy करली line by line. That's not the point, right? We need to learn the way they are thinking about the question. ठीक है? The implicit demand of the question. The second point, this is the second question. Again, look at them highlighting the theme of the question, provisions, challenges क्या है, वो सब उसने demand breakdown कर लिया है question का. And then how are they writing the introduction? First of all, you will see in this question, analyze how the federal spirit is maintained in India, where constitution is having many unitary provisions. So first demand of the question is the features of the provision, unitary provisions. Second demand of the question is the challenges, etc. What is the theme of the question? Which is federal spirit. तो आप देखो इंट्रोडक्शन में ही लिखा है कि फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द इंडियन पॉलिटी इज द बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. वहां पे उन्होंने हाईलाइट कर दिया फेडरलिज्म को कि ये बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर में ही है. फिर उन्होंने केस लॉ भी मेंशन कर दिया, केशव नंदा भारती. तो वो केस लॉ भी मेंशनड है सो दैट इट सब्सटेंशिएट द आर्ग्यूमेंट हियर. ठीक है. देन यू हैव हियर जो भी फीचर्स बोला था, विच इज द डिमांड ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. यहाँ पे मैंने बोला था ना कि डिमांड वन है यूनिटरी प्रोविजन, दैट इज द डिमांड ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. उन्होंने हाईलाइट कर दिया यूनिटरी फीचर्स ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. द फर्स्ट डिमांड ऑफ द क्वेश्चन इज हाईलाइटेड हियर एंड एडेड हियर. ये सारे वहां पे पॉइंट्स है. सेम thing again, and in the way forward again he is meeting the implicit demand of the question. All the important articles, नीति आयोग, जीएसटी काउंसिल, जो भी गवर्नमेंट बॉडीज हैं, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडीज है, नॉन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल है, कमेटीज है, सारे के अंदर हाईलाइटेड है. प्लानिंग कमीशन, सब कुछ हाईलाइटेड है, राइट. सो दिस इज द वे टॉपर्स आर राइटिंग, राइट. I'll take few more examples here. This is again under 10 rank. You can see how they are starting the introduction. India's fiscal deficit currently stands at 5.1% of the GDP, far above the 3% target. So this is the introduction where the topper is trying to communicate that I'm aware of what you are testing. I understand, and I'll substantiate all my argument by using certain kind of examples, data points, committee, facts, figure, etc. And that's what I've written कि relevant intro और headline मिलेगी आपको हर टॉपर आंसर में, which is what you should be learning. जब भी आप कोई as a beginner कुछ लिख रहे हो तो you should have a custom made intro, headline, etc. Second, demand of the question को वो समझ रहे हैं. You can see जो उनसे पूछा जा रहा है उसी के बारे में वो लिख रहे हैं. Third, सारे dimensions जो मैंने बताया ना, dimensions, what 2-3 things UPSC is trying to ask. Can you break down a question into those dimensions and address each of the dimensions? Then for each dimension, can you give arguments? And for each argument, can you substantiate those arguments with certain examples? ठीक है. Keyword and keywordization. So आप देख सकते हो हर एक keyword के नीचे highlighted. These are the things no one tells you. These are the things that you should be learning. Copy नहीं करना है. उनकी thinking style को, उनके patterns को extract करना है so that you end up extracting maximum value from a topper answer. Substantiation of argument using expect and note. So like I said, कोई भी data, quotes, figure, reports, ranking, indices, policy है, government bodies है, international bodies हैं, committees हैं, supreme court के judgment है, quotations हैं, current affairs की कोई happening है, example दे दो, personal observation ethics में आप use कर सकते हो. आपके सामने है. This is the proof like how they are writing. This is under 10. Second example देख लो. Again data, facts, figure used. India's aspiration to be a 30 trillion economy by 2047 hinges significantly on capital investment. So आप देख लो. And then for each you will see flow diagrams. There's a way they are writing. You will see how they are addressing all the dimensions, all the demand and themes of the question, explicit or implicit. And then they are keywordizing and highlighting certain points so that the attention is driven. Another question, look at the introduction again. India produces 2.5 million tons of pulses. Again, nearly 60% of the vegetable oil from the global market is imported. फिर देख लो इंट्रोडक्शन, फिर डेटा फैक्ट्स फिगर्स के साथ है. दिस इज अगेन a very good example. This is I think under 20 rank person, IS copy only. So you will see क्वेश्चन के साथ ही पॉलिटिकल और इकोनॉमिक पूछा है तो उन्होंने लाइक डिवाइड करके लिखा है कि ये पॉलिटिकल है और यहाँ पे इकोनॉमिक है. दोनों डिमांड ऑफ द क्वेश्चन एड्रेस कर दिए, राइट देयर. एंड देन दिस पर्सन नेवर मूव्ड बियॉन्ड व्हाट इज बीन आस्क्ड. सो लाइक ब्यूटीफुली एड्रेसिंग व्हाट यूपीएससी डिमांड्स एंड आस्क्स. यूज ऑफ डायग्राम्स, not because so toppers don't use diagram just for like beautification etc. या वो सब. कई बार क्या होता है, you only get 5-6 minutes to write an answer. उतने टाइम में जितना भी आप इंफॉर्मेशन ज्यादा से ज्यादा दे सकते हो that is how diagrams help. They will help you communicate the point in a very fast way without writing much. So they also use that, right? You can see again quickly helping examiner or evaluator understand that you are aware of certain facts and figures, etc. You are aware of the geography of the region, where they lie, etc. And quickly making up the point, flow diagrams, highlighting the keywords, never moving away from what is being asked, addressing all the demands of the question, themes of the question. And साथ में कभी भी whenever they are giving a conclusion also, it is again in line with the demand of the question, implicit demand of the question. So this is very important. These are the things that we need to learn. To summarize, please understand, like, what is the best practice, what the topper is doing right, जो भी मैंने आपको कॉपी दिखाई है. They start answer with the relevant article, constitutional principle. ठीक है? आप कैसे, how a beginner should apply this? Memorize 10 to 12 GS2. मैंने आपको GS2 की मोस्टली कॉपी दिखाई थी अर्चिव की. तो आप कुछ आर्टिकल्स, कुछ फैक्ट्स, फिगर्स, डेटा पॉइंट्स एक जगह रख सकते हो एंड ओपन आंसर विद देम. सिंपल. अगर आपको ये सब नहीं मिल रहा है, सिविल्स दिल्ली के एक्सपेक्टेड नोट्स में सारे एक्सपेक्टेड पॉइंट्स होते हैं, सारा का सारा डेटा आपको यहाँ पे मिल जाएगा. नॉट फॉर जस्ट GS2 बट फॉर ऑल द पेपर, GS1 2 3 4. एड केस लॉ. टॉपर क्या करते हैं? एड केस लॉ, कमिटी, डेटा, करंट अफेयर्स लिंकेज. आपको क्या करना चाहिए? फॉर एवरी आंसर add at least one value add point, like which could be your case, reports, examples, etc. ठीक है? What is the third point? Explicitly states the theme intro and states the theme in the intro. So मैंने आपको बताया their intros etc. they are in line with what is being asked. ठीक है? In the first two lines signals what question is about. So ये आपको as a beginner you will have to learn this. ठीक है? क्लियर हेडिंग्स होती हैं, सब हेडिंग्स होती है, लॉजिकल फ्लो है. सो रैंडम कहीं भी नहीं लिखा है, हर एक के नीचे हाईलाइटेड है कि ये टॉपिक है, ये कीवर्ड है, एक्सेट्रा. यूज हेडिंग्स इवन इन 10 मार्कर्स, ये भी आप बिगनर के जैसे यूज कर सकते हो. यूजेस एग्जैक्ट आर्टिकल्स. मैंने आपको बताए थे एग्जांपल जहां पे अर्चित एंड ऑल दीज रैंकर्स आर राइटिंग द आर्टिकल नेम, कमेटी नेम, एक्सेट्रा, सब कुछ. अवॉइड वेग फ्रेजेस लाइक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोविजन सेज. आप एक्चुअल आर्टिकल का नाम लिखो. तो ऐसे 10 15 20 आर्टिकल को आपको याद ही होने चाहिए. Even if you'll have to mug up, आपको याद होना चाहिए, because this can make a huge difference in each questions. Okay? Integrates landmark Supreme Court judgment, केशव नंदा भारती, ये सारे मिनर्वा मिल्स, मैंने आपको अभी एग्जांपल दिखाया लास्ट ही. So again, this helps you substantiate your argument. Maintain GS2 case law list, 20 cases की ऐसे लिस्ट तो आप बना ही लो, so that you keep, whenever you are practice, you keep writing all this. ठीक है? What else can be learned from the topper copies? So, and what are they doing? What is the best way? They use simple diagrams, flowchart wherever useful. बस इसमें याद रखना कि जबरदस्ती don't force diagrams anywhere. ठीक है? Use so that it feels organic and it also saves time. ठीक है? You can communicate the same thing by using the diagram instead of writing a 2 paragraph etc. Use diagrams for federalism etc. यहाँ पे आप use कर सकते हो. ये GS2 specific के लिए है, बट आप GS1 2 3 4, GS1 में ज्योग्राफी में, 2 में ये मैंने बता दिया आपको फ्लो डायग्राम्स, 3 and 4 में भी आप फ्लो डायग्राम्स यूज कर सकते हो, एक्सेट्रा. डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ डायग्राम बॉडीज यूज कर सकते हो. ऑलमोस्ट एवरी आंसर एंड्स विद अ वे फॉरवर्ड व्हिच इज बैलेंस्ड. सेकंड, इट मीट्स द इम्प्लिसिट डिमांड ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है. रैंडम वे फॉरवर्ड नहीं लिखना है. इट हैज टू बी बैलेंस्ड, प्रैक्टिकल, and it has to be in line with the implicit demand of the question, so that you re-establish the point to the examiner कि you're still in line with what is being asked. Always reserve 3-4 lines for the solution. ये आप beginners can learn this. ठीक है? Answer what is not directly asked but expected. This is called implicit demand of the question. Learn the art of breaking down a question into different themes and demand, something that we teach in Smash Means and Smash PYQ sessions. PYQ को analyze करने का यही तरीका है. So learn that. Ask what UPSC is really testing here. ये इसलिए important है because otherwise you'll just assume what they are asking and आप random कुछ भी लिख दोगे. So write what is being asked. Uses real government example, GST Council, ADR policy, reforms, etc. So actual government exam, don't make up anything randomly. Of course, that goes without saying. Add one real example per answer. Yeah, you can make a list of it paper wise, GS1 2 3 4. You can also use our X Factor notes and burning issues magazine. उसमें clearly ये सब दिया होता है. Explains terms simply before analyzing. So yeah, because you also sometimes you need to not just critically analyze, you also have to explain. There is a directive called explain. उस डायरेक्टिव में आप अपनी जो भी अगर वो पूछ रहे हैं, मान लो उन्होंने फिजिकल डेफिसिट के बारे में पूछा है, तो आप क्विकली एक या दो लाइन में एक्सप्लेन कर दो कि दिस इज व्हाट फिजिकल डेफिसिट मींस, और कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट दिस इज व्हाट इट इज, जो भी पूछा है. डिफाइन की टर्म्स in one line before analysis, so that you make a point कि you are aware of the fact कि ये क्या होता है, what is, you get it right. तो वो भी लिख दिया. तो beginner, these are the things that you'll have to use. ये this one, ठीक है? Please make note of these. All these things, they are very important if you are starting to write answers. And this thing, ये दो list हैं. They will quickly help you learn how to write a topper level answer. कुछ important hygiene है. पहला, always check the year of the copy, because lot of beginners, उनको पता नहीं होता, वो किसी भी मतलब टॉपर इस साल आया है, आप 6 साल पुरानी उनकी कॉपी चेक कर रहे हो. डोंट डू दिस, दे हैव इंप्रूव्ड अ लॉट. रेफर कॉपीज रिटन क्लोज टू द एक्चुअल मेंस. अगर 2-3 महीने पहले की कॉपी, जो मैंने आपको सारी कॉपी दिखाई है, ये इनके मेंस के 1 महीने पहले लिखी हुई है, 2 महीने पहले लिखी हुई है. सो आपको वही यूज करनी है. Ensure the copy is from high scoring paper. Sometimes our ranker has very high marks in GS2 and GS3, but low marks in 4 and 1. And if you want to learn the art of writing answers in GS2 and 3, तो आप उनकी GS2 and 3 की देखो. Don't give equal attention to all the copies even when they have not scored good marks in that paper. ठीक है? Choose toppers with similar writing style. Like initially अगर आपकी writing style points में लिखने की है, तो आप ऐसे topper के पास की copies देखो जो points में लिख रहे हैं. अगर आपकी writing style paragraph है, तो आप ऐसे topper को देखो जो paragraph में लिख रहे हैं. But at the end of the day, don't make too much changes in your actual writing style. It's completely fine to write in paragraph or in points, but it will become very easy for you if you choose a topper who has a similar writing style. The best way is to pick up PYQ, write answers, compare करो topper copy से, and then you see the gap. ठीक है? So attempt it yourself without looking and then compare. So and then whatever you see in the topper copies, whatever the gap that you see, you can use that as a value addition. ठीक है? Direct copy नहीं करना template. Study introduction, demand, arguments and example and conclusion like a craft. ये मैंने आपको अभी पूरे example लेके समझा दिया है. ठीक है? So the way to do is micro theme उठाओ, उसके सारे dimensions देखो PYQ के, टॉपर कॉपीज उठाओ, अपना अटेम्प्ट करो, टॉपर कॉपी से कंपेयर करके गैप्स देखो, डायरेक्ट इनसाइट्स जो मैंने आपको बता दिया वो गेन करो. एक्स फैक्टर और बीआई नोट्स उठाओ सिविल्स डेली के, वहां से अपना वैल्यू एडिशन करो, अपने नोट्स बनाते रहो. उसके बाद समझो कि और क्या क्या पूछ सकता है, एंड देन स्मैश मेंस के मॉक टेस्ट दो. ठीक है? और उसका पोस्ट टेस्ट डिस्कशन अरविंद सर या शुभम सर या बाकी मेंटर्स के साथ बैठ के ऑफिस आके पीवाईक्यू सेशन अटेंड करो, एंड देन मेंटर के साथ कॉपी सामने रखो, एंड देन अंडरस्टैंड वेयर इज द गैप. This way you will complete the loop. ये पेपर वाइज करते रहोगे, you are 100% in the right direction. ठीक है? एंड ये सारा का सारा कंटेंट आपके लिए अवेलेबल है. ठीक है? सो लाइक आई सेड, माइक्रो थीम, टॉपर कॉपीज, एक्स फैक्टर बर्निंग इशू एंड पीवाईक्यू सेशन अटेंड करो, और इसमें इसके टेस्ट दो. Your mains preparation is done. This is the real example of how a person has improved from almost 2 marks to almost getting 5-6 marks now within 3 tests. That is how you improve when you are a part of a system. 2-3 टेस्ट के अंदर ही person has improved. So those are the topper insights applied in real life by a beginner itself. ठीक है? We are also launching a batch for Smash Mains. All these insights are part of this program. Smash PYQ sessions, X Factor sessions, X Factor notes, Burning Issue magazine. You'll be writing a lot of tests as a beginner, right? We especially give a test to beginners who have not written answers much, and we select only few students who are sincere. So call on this number, or there is a link below this video. Just click there, WhatsApp us. If you have already written some answers, bring your copy, send us your copy so that Arvind sir can sit down, I can sit down, other mentors can sit down, check your answers, check your stage right now where you are, and then give you the right feedback. You can join Smash Mains batch. It has already starting. The next batch is starting this week. You can apply for some scholarship, and let's start writing answers on the topper level, right? This is one of the best mains program you'll ever find. ठीक है? We are very cautious, very careful about what kind of content needs to go. Everything is micro theme based. Every answer will have lot of X factor and original points. हर एक post test discussion को carefully craft करके feedback दिया जाता है. So call on this number 9266777821, or there's a link in the description. Click on that link, WhatsApp us your copies, talk to us, come to Delhi office, sit with the mentor, and yeah, enroll in Smash Mains batch. This is the last batch we are launching for 2026. For 2027 also we have opened enrollment, so you can join. This is open for all the beginners, and this gives you the best chance to start your answer writing and to write a rank worthy UPSC level answers. Stay tuned to Civils Daily. See you next time.